Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Shanice, the founder of Faith in the Wilderness, a community for women who are navigating tough seasons of their life. The Lord has specifically equipped and commissioned me to be able to walk alongside you as you're navigating wilderness and waiting seasons. So I have the tools to help you come out of this time with more clarity, joy, and peace as the Lord is preparing you to steward the promise. So I'm so glad to have you here. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, like, and share this video with a friend. And let's get into today's episode. Hi guys, so I am Shanice. If you are new here, I am the founder of Faith in the Wilderness. And if you've been with me for a minute, welcome back. So today we are going to be talking about something that I think is so important, and that is having faith to move before God has given instruction. And so as I was sitting with this message, the Lord took me to Exodus chapter 14, and I'm going to be reading from scriptures 13 to, let's go 13 to 16. So if you want to grab your Bibles and follow along, you can. If not, I'm actually going to put the scriptures up as well so that you can reference this if you need to and go back to it. Okay, so it says, "But Moses told the people, 'Don't be afraid. Just stand still and watch the Lord rescue you today. The Egyptians you see today will never be seen again. The Lord himself will fight for you. Just stay calm.' Then the Lord said to Moses, 'Why are you crying out to me? Tell the people, get moving. Pick up your staff and raise your hand over the sea. Divide the water so the Israelites can walk through the middle of the sea on dry ground.'" Now, I don't know if you like me, but a couple of things stood out here. One, when Moses first, let's go back. For a little reference, the people were running from the Egyptians. They were closing in on them, and they had gotten to the Red Sea, and they realized that they were trapped. So it was interesting to me that Moses told them, of course, don't be afraid, but he said, just stand still and watch the Lord rescue you. And it made me laugh because the Lord was like, why are you crying out to me when you should be moving? And it brought me back to the thought that a lot of people love to coin the term, "I'm waiting on the Lord." But here we see that when the Israelites were waiting on the Lord is like, why are you waiting for me when you should be moving? And then another thing I noticed was once they started to move, that is when he instructed Moses on what to do. And I found this applicable because a lot of the times we want God to give us the instruction and then we'll go. But that's not God's nature. God's nature says, have faith, trust in me, don't be afraid, start moving, and as you move, I will show you the way to go. I will give you the instructions for how to continue on. And so I liken this to myself. Let me see, because it's been so many times I've done this, but I think the most recent, I will say, is about 2-3 years ago. The Lord called me to start showing up on TikTok, and he was like, I want you to share your story. And he had even given me what he wanted me to share. And so in that moment, I'm like, okay, yes, I'm gonna do this. But then I started to allow limited beliefs. I started to allow fear and doubt to creep up. And before I knew it, that yes turned into a no. I'm not ready. I can't do it. Who wants to hear my story? And that act of disobedience delayed my life 3 years. And so now I'm at a point in my life where now I'm like, okay, I'm giving it all on God. I'm trusting God. I'm having faith. I'm moving. Every time I set my phone up to record, I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm like, I'm trusting you, Lord. And every time as I'm setting up the camera, he gives me the word. Every time as I'm seeking him diligently, he's providing me what he wants me to talk about, what he wants me to share. And so my charge to you today is be careful of saying I'm waiting on the Lord, because the Lord is most of the time waiting on us to do our part. So don't be like the Israelites crying out to God. You need to move and the Lord will give you the instruction. So I pray that that blessed somebody today. I would love for you to share in the comments what you thought. If you feel like that was a good scriptural breakdown, I want to make sure that I'm bringing content that's actually going to help make a difference in your life and move you from wandering to promise, because the Lord is ready to bring his daughters out of the wilderness. But he's saying that we are not waiting well, we're mismanaging it, we're misdiagnosing ourselves while we're there, and we are are miseducated. And when you are in a place of miseducation, you abort the mission before you even get to the promise. You settle for less than what God has for you, or you'll just get to the point where you'll just continue to go through the same cycles. So again, I am Shanice. This is Faith in the Wilderness. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video, and I love you guys. Be blessed.